It's sure gonna be free. One of these all days, one of these all days, we're gonna all be free.
At this time, I have the honor to present to you the moral leader of our nation. I have the pleasure to present to you Dr. Martin Luther King, Jr.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Five score years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of
withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro is still not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still on a lonely island of poverty in the midst of a vast ocean of material prosperity. 100 years later. So we've come here today to dramatize a shameful condition. In a sense, we've come to our nation's capital to remind America of the fierce urgency of the moment. There's no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism. But now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksands of racial injustice to the solid rock of brotherhood. Now is the time to make justice a reality for all of God's children. It would be fatal for the nation to overlook the urgency of the moment. This sweltering summer of the Negro's legitimate discontent will not pass until there is an invigorating autumn of freedom and equality. 1963 is not an ending, but a beginning. Those who hope that the Negro needed to blow off steam and would now be content are in for a rude awakening if our nation returns to business as usual. For there shall be neither rest nor tranquility in America until the Negro is granted his citizenship rights. So even though we face the difficulties of the day and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted into the American dream. I have a dream that one day, down on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will one day be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of oppression, sweltering with the heat of injustice, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that one day my 4 little children one day be able to live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama with this vicious racist, with this governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. Right there in Alabama, little black boys and little black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. Every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places made plain, and the crooked places made straight. And the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we'll be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we'll be able to transform the jagged discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we'll be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that one day we will be free. This will be the day. This will be the day when all of God's children be able to sing in words with new meaning. My country, 'tis of thee. Sweet land of liberty of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside. So let freedom ring. And if America's to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring from the hiking Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the Carvacci slopes of California. And not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. And when we allow freedom ring, when we let freedom ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we'll be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jew and Gentile, Protestant and Catholic, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last,
Free at last. Thank God Almighty.
thank God Almighty, I'm free at last.
never sleep.
keep your stride.
It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
Never mind your fear. Never mind.